Many artworks appear spontaneous, as if they were created quickly and without planning. This impression, however, is often misleading. What seems effortless on the surface may actually be the result of extensive preparation, revision, and control. Artists sometimes cultivate spontaneity deliberately to convey energy, emotion, or authenticity. For example, a painting with loose brush strokes may look impulsive, but the artist may have practiced the movement repeatedly to achieve that effect. Similarly, works that appear unfinished may be carefully balanced so that no single element dominates the composition. In these cases, spontaneity becomes an aesthetic strategy rather than a reflection of the artist's working process. This illusion can influence how viewers judge artistic skill. Some assume that visible control indicates talent, while apparent freedom suggests carelessness. Yet many artists argue the opposite, that true spontaneity requires discipline and experience. Without technical mastery, intentional looseness can quickly turn into visual confusion. Therefore, spontaneity in art should not be confused with lack of effort. Instead, it often represents a carefully constructed effect designed to shape how viewers respond.
An artwork's meaning is not fixed at the moment it is created. Instead, meaning can shift as audiences, historical contexts, and cultural values change. What once seemed ordinary may later appear innovative, while works that were initially shocking may eventually feel familiar. Consider public monuments. When first installed, they often reflect the values of their time. Decades later, those same monuments may be reinterpreted, or even questioned, by new generations. The physical object remains unchanged, yet its significance evolves. This process does not imply that earlier interpretations were incorrect. Rather, it shows that meaning emerges through interaction between art and society. As viewers bring new perspectives, they emphasize different aspects of a work. Museums and educators frequently adapt their explanations to reflect these shifts. Understanding art, therefore, requires attention not only to when it was created, but also to how it continues to be viewed. Art exists in time, and its meanings accumulate rather than replace one another.
Viewers often describe certain artworks as difficult, confusing, or inaccessible. This reaction is sometimes attributed to lack of knowledge, but difficulty can also be an intentional artistic choice. Some artists deliberately resist immediate understanding in order to slow down perception and encourage reflection. Complex or unfamiliar forms require viewers to engage actively rather than passively. Instead of recognizing an image instantly, viewers must spend time observing relationships between elements. This effort can be uncomfortable, particularly in cultures that value speed and efficiency. Yet discomfort does not necessarily indicate failure of communication. In fact, difficult art often aims to challenge habits of perception. By interrupting expectations, artists prompt viewers to question how meaning is constructed. Over time, repeated exposure can transform difficulty into familiarity, changing how the artwork is experienced. Therefore, difficulty in art should not automatically be seen as exclusion. It may function as an invitation to deeper engagement rather than a barrier to understanding.